we are kicking things off with a look at the wild world of concert ticket prices. A millennial shared their experience paying $45 for 9 shows back in 2013, and we are diving deep into what that meant then versus the staggering average ticket price of over $132 today. This story reveals the shocking economic shift impacting live music for everyone. Next up, we are find out how you can connect with the people shaping the future of music. And finally, we turn to the creative independence of Maya. The Grammy-winning veteran discusses her journey building her own label, the creative freedom she found, and the inspiration behind her new album, Retrospect, featuring collaborations with artists like 21 Savage and Snoop Dogg. Don't miss this deep dive into artistry and autonomy. A significant shift in the music industry, marked by soaring ticket prices and artist cancellations, is fueling a broader conversation about accessibility and the economic realities facing music fans. A recent look at past concert costs highlights the dramatic inflation, contrasting sharply with the current landscape. A millennial shared their experience on Reddit, recalling attending 9 shows during a summer series in 2013 for a total of $45, with each ticket costing just $5. This experience contrasts starkly with the present, where data from 2025 indicates the average concert ticket price has surged to $132.62. This escalation places an immense financial burden on consumers already struggling with the cost of essentials like gas and groceries, leading many to feel the expense is prohibitive. Music management executive Michael Kaminsky attributes these difficulties to systemic changes in the touring business. He noted that for many artists, the current climate makes maintaining a healthy business model increasingly challenging. While established superstars like Taylor Swift and Beyoncé maintain strong ticket sales, other acts face hurdles where social media popularity does not always translate into sold-out venues. Furthermore, the economics of touring itself have evolved. The cost of essential logistics, such as renting tour buses, has increased, enabling artists to play more shows in fewer locations. This shift is exemplified by Harry Styles' Together Tour, which featured a 30-show residency, prompting fan backlash over the high cost of tickets, lodging, and travel. Kaminsky suggests that the cultural perception of concerts has also changed. Regular attendance used to be a rite of passage, but the pandemic altered this dynamic, leading many to attend only 1 or 2 major events annually. A Gen Z perspective, captured on TikTok, frames the situation differently, arguing that cancellations are not a sign of apathy, but a reflection of economic constraints. One Gen Z individual pointed out that the inability to afford frequent concerts stems from the broader reality of struggling to save for major life milestones, creating a vicious cycle that strains the music industry. The consensus suggests that until economic conditions improve, fans will remain in a survival mode, perpetuating the cycle of high ticket prices. The surging global success of J-pop artists like Yoasobi and Fujiikase is catalyzing a significant overhaul of copyright law in Japan, aiming to unlock substantial revenue for the music industry. In response to this international breakthrough, the Japanese government has approved a new bill that will recognize and distribute royalties for singers, musicians, and producers when their works are used as background music in public venues. This reform is crucial as Japan lags behind international standards in this area, a gap that has historically prevented artists from receiving compensation for international usage. Previously, copyright management organizations like JASRAC exclusively distributed royalties to songwriters, excluding performers and producers. The legislative change positions the Japanese music sector as a key industry, with ambitious goals to tenfold overseas music sales by 2033, potentially reaching 1 trillion yen. The potential revenue from overseas markets was estimated at 2.4 billion yen in 2024. While the industry celebrates this historic recognition for artists such as Fuji Ikes and Kenshi Yonzu, concerns have been raised by venue owners regarding potential cost increases, as an estimated 1.57 million businesses, representing 30% of all industries, could be subject to the new royalty structure. To mitigate these concerns, Japan's Agency for Cultural Affairs has proposed a 3-year preparatory phase following the bill's adoption. This period is intended to publicize the changes and facilitate necessary negotiations between artists and business groups, marking a major step toward aligning the Japanese music industry with global standards. The 409 Media Mixer is set to return for its 3rd year, serving as a crucial hub for artists, DJs, and music professionals to network and gain industry insights. Organized to address common industry questions, such as securing radio play, finding producers, and building production teams, the Mixer aims to unite individuals from the music and media sectors in one location. The event will feature insightful panels with seasoned music industry professionals, including record label executives who will offer advice on music promotion strategies. Recognizing the pressures of the entertainment industry, the organizers have also arranged sessions with therapists to provide support regarding mental health. Attendees can expect a supportive environment complete with food and drinks. The 409 Media Mixer is scheduled for this Saturday, May 23, from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Dorothy's Bar and Grill, located at 4637 Rolf Christopher Drive on the Lamar campus. The event is open to all artists, content creators, podcasters, and anyone passionate about the industry. While no prior registration is necessary, organizers strongly advise attendees to arrive early due to expectations of a high turnout. For further information, interested parties can call or text 337-990-2730 or 830-28-903692. Grammy-winning veteran Maya is set to release her highly anticipated new studio album, Retrospect, on May 15th, marking her first full-length project since 2018's TKO. In a candid conversation with Vibecom, Maya reflected on her journey from a teenage hopeful to a defining voice in R&B, emphasizing the hard-earned independence she cultivated over 3 decades in the music industry. Maya detailed how founding her own label, Planet 9, provided her with ownership and creative control, allowing her to build a career outside conventional industry expectations. Reflecting on her early career, she stated, "I was just a newbie. I didn't understand the actual business of entertainment just yet. I was a young girl, a student trying things out and staying focused, honestly. And it just so happened to work out." The Sound of Retrospect is a vibrant, funk-infused project heavily saluting the Minneapolis sound, citing influences like Prince, Jam and Lewis, and the Minneapolis funk scene. The album features notable guest appearances from artists including 21 Savage, Snoop Dogg, 2 Hort, Joyner Lucas, D-Nice, Dizzy Wright, and Phil Aday. Production was handled by longtime collaborator Lamar "My Guy Mars" Edwards, who helped craft the record's Paisley sonic blueprint. Retrospect is a salute to the pioneers of the Minneapolis sound, Maya stated, noting the album brings more tempo and joy than her previous releases, incorporating elements of funk, soul, and hip-hop with a pop twist. When discussing the album's title, Maya explained that Retrospect reflects the musical era that inspired her entry into the business, a blend of R&B, soul, funk, and hip-hop sonics prevalent in her formative years. Her roots in the DMV area, encompassing D.C. and Maryland, heavily influenced her artistry, drawing inspiration from local music scenes, go-go, and artists like Marvin Gaye. The writing and recording process for Retrospect began sporadically, often sparked by finding a track that instantly inspired her to create. She described an instance where hearing a track prompted her to immediately seek out its origin and begin writing a song to it, spending over 24 hours in the studio to complete the first track. For the album's production, much of the recording took place in Los Angeles, where she collaborated with producer My Guy Mars, who shared a deep connection to the LA funk essence. The project utilized multiple versions, including stereo and surround sound mixes, with mixing and mastering sessions occurring in LA, New York, and involving Sony 360 and Dolby Spatial Audio. Maya's relationship with Prince is central to the project's theme, as she shared that his mentorship and advice were crucial during her independent journey, encouraging her to pursue a non-traditional path in the music business. She praised his pioneering fight for artists' rights and his influence on how she approached her career. Looking ahead, Maya framed Retrospect as an honest exploration of her grown woman era, aiming for vulnerability and raw emotion rather than predictable dance tracks. She was particularly excited about the track Masterpiece for its Prince-inspired, flirtatious vibe, and No Pressure featuring Snoop Dogg, which she felt bridged generational gaps. The album concludes with Just Call My Name, described as a tear-jerker and a powerful reassurance about support and connection. Underlying the entire project is a recurring theme of independence. Maya views it as a source of freedom, enabling collaborations and business decisions that major labels might restrict, emphasizing the mutual respect found among fellow independent artists who understand the sacrifices and grind of the industry.